about this team a little bit because one, I think it's hilarious, and two, I don't remember it that well because I built it nigh on a week ago and never got help after that. And I don't think I said it like there's multiple things that I think about this team could be refined, but I don't know what the best options were. So I went with the team that I had built. It was doing fine in the mocks. It was okay, like it was functioning. So let's see. But let's pull up my opponent's team because that does matter a lot here. So my opponent's team is Raichu, Rapidash, Garchomp, Silvally, Vanillux, Mantine, Butterfree, Clefable, Crawdaunt, Galarian Slowking, and Ferrothorn. And with Raichu, Rapidash, Garchomp, and Ferrothorn all having contact-based problems that could be happening to Kartana, and all being somewhat viable switch-ins, I figured Protective Pads was going to be the most useful item. That way I'm not getting worn down by Iron Barbs, or Rocky Helmet, or Rough Skin, or Flame Body, or Static, and I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So hopefully that is like the item that is optimal. The problem is it did leave me a little bit wanting for power. And I had to go Jolly in order to not get outsped by Rapidash or Garchomp. So we'll see. I don't think this is going to sweep, but it's certainly going to be able to do big damage and hopefully like persist a little bit. It makes knockoff a lot spammier because I can just hit the Ferrothorn or Garchomp and not worry about them switching in as much, which is nice. I do like Sacred Sword as well for coverage, but it's a little scary. It's not the best set ever. Next up is a Solvest Gardevoir with like the wackiest EVs of all time. Tried to optimize them a little bit, but did it during class, so we'll see whether or not it's like perfect. But it's very bulky. It's like very, very bulky Gardevoir. It's got Trace, and so it can trace onto things like Magic Guard from Clefable, or it can show me whether Clefable is Magic Guard or not, which is nice. Potentially trace onto something like Slowking, get Regenerator. Could potentially trace Adaptability from Crawdaunt. So there's some good abilities that I can trace here, which is nice. Flash Fire on Rapidash would be another one, or Lightning Rod on Raichu, if they don't decide to go with the abilities that like hurt Kartana and instead go with like the defensive abilities. So those are all options. I'm running Future Sight because I didn't have a fourth move I cared about. Psyshock, Moonblast, Mystical Fire was plenty. And the last move I really wanted to run was like Destiny Bond, Calm Mind, Sub, Toxic. There was a million moves, but none of them were offensive. So I just looked at the team and was like, Crawdaunt is immune to Psychic, but Crawdaunt doesn't come in on a Gardevoir. And if I can force the Crawdaunt in at a suboptimal time against something else, that's fine. And otherwise, it just seemed really nice to have like damage that was going to happen later. So I figured I'd run Future Sight. Originally, I don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden. Originally, this was actually going to be Terrain Extender with Psychic Terrain and Expanding Force. But I opted not to run that set because it wasn't good. I thought it had potential though. I ran it in a couple mocks, and it was not bad. I think this was Assault Vest was much better to help me switch into things like Vanillux, which I have no switch into at all, and tank a hit from Slowking, as well as maybe beat the Clefable 1v1 if it starts trying to set up, or Quiver Dance, Butterfree, stuff like that. Next up is the Rotom. Rotom is defensive this week, so it can handle like the Garchomp, the Ferrothorn a little better, the Rapidash, the Crawdaunt. So got Willow, had to have Willow. Got Defog because I don't like hazards. That's it. Volt Switch is just helpful. And my opponent's team does not have a lot of ground types outside of the Garchomp, which struggles to switch into a Rotom because Willow and Hydro Pump. So very standard Rotom set, nothing special there. Seismitoad's next, and we're running Adamant Seismitoad. What did my final EV look like on this thing? Adamant Max Attack with some speed investment to outspeed uninvested Silvally, I think is what I went with, in case it's like super bulky Silvally. as well as all Crawdon, I think was my ultimate speed calc there. So I'm running Sub Punch Toad. Because Earthquake looked really, really good here, with Mantine and Butterfree being the only two things resistant to it. I can't hit Mantine with Water Stab anyway, and I don't know, Butterfree. It's a Butterfree. Like, I'm probably going to lose to it, but I'm not going to respect it anyway. So I went with Toxic in the last slot because I can't hit the Mantine with anything else, and I can't hit the Butterfree with anything else. Toxic also can help me determine if it's Magic Art or Unaware Clefable. It can hit the Garchomp harder. It can hit the Silvally, depending on type. And so I went with a Sub Punch set because it does like 70% minimum to Ferrothorn. So I did it. Like, I was like, screw it. We're just going to run it. I was looking at other sets for this, but that was the one that made the most sense and was the most fun. And then EQ is just super spammable otherwise. It's the Slowking, which is nice. I want it to be on the physical side for that. It also dodges any sort of like rough skin from Garchomp. So Earthquake's just good in this particular case. But Sub-Toxic, Focus Punch, just so that it covers all of the possible options my opponent has. Next up, we've got Choice Banded Persian, Alolan Persian. With Parting Shot, Knockoff, Play Rough, and Iron Tail. Iron Tail's just for the Clefable, and honestly feels kind of like a trap. Like, I'm almost always just going to click Knockoff or Parting Shot. There's not really a reason to do anything else 90% of the time. And the calc that drew me to Choice Band was that it can OHKO a Galarian Slowking. It can just straight up, from full, turn 1, I lead this, they lead Slowking, Slowking dies. Which is insane. That's like ridiculous damage. So it doesn't guaranteed die if it's fully physically defensive. It's a 50% roll, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. If it's physically defensive, it's a 50% roll, I think. No, maybe if it's especially defensive, it's a 50% roll. And if it's physically defensive, it doesn't die. Either way, it does a ton of damage, and breaking that Slowking is huge. Additionally, it didn't stop me from using the Parting Shot. This thing still outspeeds my opponent's entire non-Scarf team, so I didn't have to run like Scarf or anything on it. And then Play Rough is nice for things like Garchomp and Crawdon. That could potentially come in and take a knockoff. Just decent coverage from a thing that outspeeds them. And then Iron Tail, again, it's like if the Clefable is just becoming such a problem that I just need to click Iron Tail, I have it. But I would say in 99% of the times I run this match, I won't use it. Then I've got Scarf Ditto, which doesn't really require any explanation. Anyway. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Empoleon's Week 6 battle of the UBL. We are here this week taking on Matt O'Shea, coach of the Montreal Milotics. And if you haven't checked him out before, God, how have you not checked him out before? He has been around forever. He is an incredibly entertaining content creator, commentator. Go check him out. Links in the description below, as are all the coaches in the UBL this season. But if you skipped past the part of the video where I explain my team, why? I don't go through my team very often. The fact that I put one in this week means you probably should have watched it. Because it's probably gonna be weird. My team's kind of wacky. So we've got Clefable, Ferrothorn. Hold on, let me open up the page of my notes. So no Raichu or Rapidash is kind of nice. What in the world? So Clefable, Ferrothorn, Vanillux. I knew Vanillux was coming. Galarian Slowking, Silvally, and Garchomp. So no tremendous surprises. To be honest, I think I just lead with Persian. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Alolan Persian to Vanillux. That's Vanillish. Vanillux. Level 50. Iron Tail is doing 84% minimum. If he's not invested. But honestly, Knockoff's just a straight up to a KO. I could also just go for a parting shot here. Not reveal my big secrets. We do see the snow warning. It's probably gonna... So the problem is, I think it's gonna set Veil. And I kinda want to knock off the Light Clay first. And I don't think it's just gonna go straight for an attack here. And then I can switch out into Gardevoir at that point. Yeah, we're just gonna knock off. You know what? You know what? It's Scarfed. That's okay. That was such a small chance. It was such a small chance to happen. If it's Modest, it was maxing it out at 30%. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. It didn't work. It's cool. Vanilla kills Persian A with Blizzard. We know it's Scarfed. We know we can be here with the Gardevoir. I can click Mystical Fire. There's not a ton of downside to doing it. It lowers your special attack. I think I can tank hits now that I know you're Scarfed here pretty well too. Yeah, Blizzard's doing like 30% max. So yeah, Mystical Fire seems like the safest option. That was such a tiny chance, dude. The roll was like super in my favor, especially if you're timid, but maybe you're Modest. Even if you're Modest, though, the roll is still in my favor. Sad. It's sad, you know? I just wanted Persian to do its thing. I was like, if it's Scarfed, whatever. Like, I'll live a hit. But nope, I won't. Blizzard comes out. Mystical Fire comes out. So now you're going to switch, because there's really no reason for you to stay in again. So this is an opportunity for me to click Future Sight. If you stay in here, you're the realist, because this thing literally just bodies my entire team. So I'd be shocked. Like, legitimately, I would be super shocked. Clefable probably comes in, or Slowking. Yeah, so Slowking comes in here. So we're just going to Future Sight. Just leave that up there for a second. He doesn't have his Crawdaunt, so that's doing damage somewhere. And I'm definitely going to switch Gardevoir out. I'll go into the Seismitoad here. You're probably going to teleport. But I just like having that Future Sight just sitting there. Like, something's going to take that hit. And you probably want it to be this. But by going into Seismitoad, I'm forcing you to sort of make a decision whether you want it to be this or whether you want it to be something else. Because I don't think you want this to take the hit from the Seismitoad. And you could immediately, like, go for a teleport right now. Like, that's definitely an option. Just go straight for a Sludge Bomb. Okay. No poison. We see we outspeed. So now I'm gonna... Are you Black Sludge? Time to find out if you're Black Sludge. You're not. Okay, so you're probably Assault Vested. So I think I'm gonna sub here. And you might teleport to go out into Vanilluxe. I'm fine with that. Honestly, that's gonna take a Future Sight. It really doesn't want to. You could stay in. Maybe go for like a Grass Knot, but I'd rather you take the damage here and show me that you have it. There's the Grass Knot. Okay. So I can just Earthquake when this takes the damage here, and then it'll die unless it's Shuka Berry. But it should take this pretty nice Future Sight here. Yeah, that's nice damage. That's some good damage. So, we're good. I'm good with that. So now I've got EQ. You didn't bring anything off the ground. You didn't bring any resistance to it, so I just get to click it here. And if you let your Slowking go down, which you just did, which I'm kind of surprised by, so now you're going to switch out. What are you going into? Vanilluxe this time? Durian. Ferrothorn. Alright. So Earthquake comes out. So I'm just going to sub here, to be honest. I don't know what you're going to click. Maybe Power Whip would be the only thing that can break the sub, but you have to land it. I mean, Seed Bomb. If you have Seed Bomb, you'll go for it, and then I know I can't stay and put sub anymore, but I'd rather get the information and scout out what your grass type move is. So it's knockoff. I don't think that's going to break the sub. And that means I get to click Focus Punch, everybody. Focus Punch, let's go. I've never clicked this in a league battle before. Body press, okay. Matt's probably like, are you kidding me right now? Sub fades, doesn't matter. We get to click the Focus Punch. Yo, it's Choppel too. Sad. I mean, that still did good damage. But knowing it's knockoff and body press, I think I just EQ here. I think I just EQ here. Because body press isn't killing me, so. Did good damage. Knockoff comes out. It's fine. I mean, the leftovers weren't really going to be helping me that much anymore anyway. So we can just EQ at this point. Take out this, or whatever you're going to, you know, damage to whatever you're going to hand me. That's fine. Seismitoad taking down a Ferrothorn. Let's go. Don't see that every day. Focus Punch, though. Focus Punch. I didn't get to use my Banded Persian, which is sad, but I did get to click Focus Punch. So Vanillix comes in, and it's Scarfed. And it hits me hard, certainly. If it clicks Freeze Dry, though, then Gardevoir just comes back in again. Forces it back out again. So in comes still Volley. I can scout out. I want to check really quick. My speed. 108. 108. Why did I run to 108? I thought it was 118. Oh well. What are you gonna go for? What type is this? It's normal? Okay. I don't outspeed you? We'll just EQ. It was tempting, though. Alright, multi-attack. Also Volley. Kills Seismitoad. Multi-attack. You might be Scarfed. But if you're not Scarfed... I mean, I don't think I kill you, though. Spartano. No, not quite. Not quite from full. So let's just go into Rotom here. We have a free Willow. We saw that you at least had a physical move. So we have a free Willow. Yeah, Clef can come in. Yeah, Vanillix can come in. But... if I get a Willow off on this, I'd feel really good about it. And, you know, I really don't get any information about the Silvally set there. There's another multi-attack. Let's see if it's banded. We're physically defensive, so we should tank that. Doesn't look banded. Doesn't look like it was banded. Yo, it's Lum! Okay. This guy's got all the items. They're working. They're working for him. Tell you what. Tell you what. They were working. Alright, I guess at this point I just Volt Switch. Which will put this thing in range of the Kartana. Switch is out. Into Loco. Okay. Which looks Assault Vested based on the damage it's taking. So I could go Kartana here. which should kill. And if not, it's just a huge knockoff to something, so. We're just gonna go Kartana. The only answer you have to this is Vanilluxe. We're just gonna knock off. It might be Colbur Flamethrower. This might have been a huge choke. But if not, then we just get a big knockoff off. So far, if nothing else, his items have been just flawless. Just flawless items. My opponent has brought exactly the items that have been perfect for this matchup. So if this is a Colbur Berry, then, you know, respect. Because he has brought literally the perfect, unequivocally ideal items for every situation he's been put in right now. And so Colbur Berry, sort of expecting it, honestly. He's taking a really long time to think about it, though. Maybe he's not. Fallen. Who's that? That's Silvally? We knew you were Lum before. So given how much that knockoff did to Silvally, which had no item. How are we doing? 7 minutes left? Alright, we're okay. Has no item. You seem offensive. Okay, so then I can Sacred Sword pretty safely here. You're scouting for Scarf, which is, I mean, I could bluff it, but doesn't seem worth bluffing. So how much is Vanilluxe doing to Ditto? Silvally's dead. So Kartana kills Silvally with Sacred Sword. So it looks like it's doing about 30% with a Blizzard to Ditto. And to Kartana. It would need to click Blizzard or Freeze Dry to kill. Flash Cannon wouldn't kill, and so this is interesting. Do I go Ditto? Gardevoir would die. Rotom would die. Do I need Rotom for anything else on the roster? Probably not. You're probably going to Freeze Dry over Blizzard, and I want Ditto to be healthy. Because I need the Ditto for the Garchomp, otherwise I lose. Whereas I can go Rotom here, and then go Gardevoir safely, and, you know, click Psyshock a couple times. So I think I'm going to go Rotom. I'm going to hope you click Blizzard over Freeze Dry, but the correct play here would be Freeze Dry, since Freeze Dry does kill. Okay, you did go Blizzard. Cool. And we know you're Scarfed. Ooh, that looks like it did enough. That looks like it did enough. So definitely modest, based on that. Maxes out, according to this modest max special attack, Vanilluxe maxes out at 51 damage. Maxed out 51 damage. So, I could Hydro Pump and try to kill this thing that's in front of me. I could Volt Switch. I'm going to Volt Switch here. This may seem like a weird play, because it can't kill. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Never mattered. Never mattered. Alright, so I've got Gardevoir here. Gardevoir can come in, take one Blizzard, and, you know, kill it back. I could go Ditto, which can't kill with a Blizzard here. and then would force me to switch out on something else later, like the Slowking, which I don't have as great switch-ins to. So let's go Gardevoir. Having Ditto in the back is my only answer to this now. Having this thing be at, like, you know, I was minimizing out at like 30% there with the Rotom, which would have put this thing very, very low. So I can just Psyshock here. I think that's my safest play. There's no reason to do anything else. You might sack it. I doubt it. But out comes the Slowking. We know it's probably Assault Vested. I should have doubled there, but I didn't. So I think it's going to come down to Ditto beating the things. So I'm actually just going to go for a Psyshock here. Going Kartana seems risky, and you might actually go Flamethrower because going Kartana was like my best play. You went Psychic. All right, should have gone Kartana, but actually, that was a pretty interesting medium ground play there because it doesn't hit the Gardevoir and it doesn't hit the Kartana. So I'm not sure exactly what the point of that particular play was. So I can just Psyshock here. That's fine. No sense in like clicking Future Sight or anything, letting it click Slack off or whatever. So just take that out. So Gardevoir kills Slowking G with Psyshock. So we've got Ditto still. And Ditto's still really solid here. This is Clef. Yep. This is Garchomp. That's fun. What is your plan? Just kill me? Earthquake comes out. So, I don't know if you're Scarf Chomp. So, Garchomp kills Gardevoir with Earthquake. What do I do with Kartana to you? I think I need to do this anyway to go Kartana here. Leaf Blade's a 2 at KO. Fire Fang has a chance to OHKO. Obviously, if you like Fire Blast, you would destroy me. But Leaf Blade's a pretty clean 2 at KO. I could knock off, potentially. But I think I'm just going to Leaf Blade here. Okay, so we know you're not Scarfed. So are you Rough Skin, got Protective Pads, and then you go Earthquake. Are you banded? Are you banded? It's kind of... Oh, nope. Lefters. Alright, Leaf Blade kills here. Do I want to kill? So that's an interesting question. Clef is still a problem. So yeah, I have to Leaf Blade. Oh. I'm doing minimum 56%, it looks like. So it looks like I'll be good. But I haven't gotten the roll I wanted earlier, so we'll find out. Okay, so kill there. Rough Skin doesn't matter. So Kartana kills Garchomp with Leaf Blade. And so now this is weird. Do you kill me with a Flash Cannon when I go Ditto here? We'll have 4 minutes and 45 seconds, so we're good on time. No, but you cleanly 2-hit KO, which means I have to win the speed tie. Because I need Kartana to beat the Clef. So I can't just sack it. You went Blizzard. Okay, we can tank that. That's fine. Oh, you don't have it. Okay. Well, I can just Blizzard again. It does more than Water Pulse, so yeah, we'll Blizzard here. How much are we doing to Clef? Oh. Depending on your Clef set, this just could potentially 2 a KO. 3 a KO after leftovers for sure. Puts it in range of most Smart Strike attacks, so... Okay, we got the speed tie win there. I don't know if this kills. Yes! Ditto! It crit! Oh, Ditto. Oh, my hero, Ditto. Ditto kills Vanillux with Blizzard. We're just going to go for another one here. I still don't necessarily guaranteed win this, so I'm not going to say I'm out of the water yet. Clefable has done wilder things than come back from a situation like this. If it's like Cosmic Power, and he calls the turn that I switch out correctly, then we could be in a lot of trouble. T-Wave? Okay. See? We could be in a lot of trouble here. I think I might still outspeed it, though, and it's unaware, so we could just kill it right now. And we break through. We get off the Blizzard here. Let's go, Ditto. I knew Ditto, like the second it came in, was going to be super important. Kills Clefable with Blizzard. I knew it was going to be super important the second it came in. I thought it was going to be on the Garchomp, but I knew it was sort of a backup answer to Vanillux. Shocked that he clicked Blizzard and not Flash Cannon there. If he clicked Flash Cannon, I mean, he didn't have it, clearly, but if he had Flash Cannon and he clicked it, then Ditto was going to live, one, but it was going to be just straight speed tie to see who wins the game. Because all you do is you switch out to Clefable, and then you come back in and you Blizzard, and I die. So, and if I killed you with the Flash Cannon from the Vanillux on my Ditto, then Ditto wins the game, or Cart wins the game at that point. So, really, if you had Flash Cannon, it came down to a speed tie. But we do win the speed tie. It wouldn't have mattered. Blizzard wasn't going to kill me from there, and Blizzard did kill my opponent. The crit may have mattered. All it did was mean that we had to win another speed tie or whatever. So that was huge. That was a big win for the New York Empoleon. We needed that. We were 2-3, and we've managed to get to 3-3. So, thank goodness we managed to pick up that victory. Matt, great game. This is, as always, every time I play Matt, it's a blast to play Matt. He's such a good battler. So definitely go check him out. Links in the description below. I've been streaming for over 2.5 hours now, so I'm going to head off. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next week as we continue on the UBL. We are still very much in a potential playoff position, so don't count us out. We started slow, but we're picking it up here. Thank you all for watching. Take care, everybody.